Way! Woo!
Hello,
Hola.
and welcome to Improbable Wargaming. My
Yes.
name is Travis,
My name is Steven.
and we are Improbable Wargaming, and we are
Yes.
doing our weekly hobby and hang night,
Yes.
where we get together and we enjoy one of our favorite parts of the hobby, which is the hobby part,
Yes, it is a lot of fun.
where we get to paint and model and do all sorts of stuff, and just hang out with you guys, hang out with each other. Hang out with some cool models and some cool paints. If you're here and you're here for the first time, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And if you like what you see, give us a like down in the down there
And the
below
down
us.
there.
Yeah. And then and if you really like us, give us a subscribe. And if you're interested in anything related to what we're doing tonight, we have some affiliates down in the description down below the video.
Yes.
We are affiliated with Monument Hobbies, amazing company, American run company. And if you live elsewhere, they ship there too.
Yeah, they do.
But they make paints, paint related paraphernalia, brushes, brush soap, bags, all sorts of stuff.
All the things you need for your painting
All
needs.
sorts of super cool stuff. They make and they sell over there. And if you use the link down in the description below, it helps out the channel a little bit. If you use the code Improbable Wargaming on your first purchase, you get 10% off, which sounds pretty good to me.
It does
right?
sound good.
Also, we have, if you look here, we have these wonderful Improbable Wargaming objective markers.
Yes, we do.
Which are made from very thin neoprene, which is the same thing that you get for mouse pads and whatnot.
Yep.
Super great, amazing for all your gaming needs within Warhammer 40,000. Super cool stuff. Again, link down in the description. If you want to buy your own set, you can go over to 3D6 Wargaming and buy your own set, or buy a different set. They have tons of them over there. But if you use the link down below, again, helps the stream, helps everything.
Hey, Yoda Tech.
Yoda Tech, hey, what's up, bud?
You.
He's excited about the new texture paints from Monument Hobbies.
Yes, mine are in the mail already.
Awesome, cool stuff. We have some on the way to test out and try out and see what we think of them, and we'll tell you what we think of them.
Yep,
we probably like them more than likely because Monument makes really good stuff.
I ordered all the fine versions of what they have, so
yeah.
I like that idea.
Yep. What else? Patreon. We have a Patreon. If you really like us and you want us to really like you, you can join the Patreon. We've got 3 levels of the Patreon: $1, $3, $5 a month. And if you get in there and do that, that's probably the best way to help out the stream. Is because that money just kind of goes directly to us. I mean, obviously Patreon takes their own little cut, but
they do.
That's probably the best way to help us out. And if you aren't a part of our Discord, what are you doing? Get in there, hang out with us. We like hanging out with everybody in our Discord. We like we like our Discord. We're in there all the time. We're talking to all the people in there all the time. And it's a great little community that we're growing.
Yes.
Speaking of great little communities, JCD and Hobby inside Des Moines, another affiliate of ours. We love them. One of the greatest places to go and buy Warhammer 40,000 stuff in the greater Des Moines area.
Yes.
And we get out there every month to do a 40K night at JCD and Hobby. This month it's going to be the 28th. So 28th, come on out to JCD and Hobby on the south side of Des Moines. You can meet up with us. You can play a game with us.
Yes.
You can play a game with whoever you want, and you can paint. You can hang out.
Yes.
You can buy stuff. They have lots of stuff there, not just Warhammer stuff, but lots of other cool things.
All sorts of collectible things.
Are you into things?
Yeah.
JCD and Hobby probably has them. Yeah.
True.
Yes, Yoda Tech. We do really like you. We really like you.
And it's good to see you around again.
Yeah. If you're tuning in live, yeah, be like Yoda Tech. Throw some comments into the comment section. Interact with us. Talk with us. We want to talk with you while we're doing stuff. And what are we doing tonight, Steven? What are you painting up tonight?
I'm painting up the last few troops I need for a new list of Harlequins I'm taking to England.
Troops with an E.
Yes.
And a U.
Very Frenchy.
Troupé.
Troupé.
I'm painting up Harlequin troops too.
Oh, are you? Nice.
Yeah. Except mine are much larger, carry giant chain axes, and are called Worldeaters.
That just seems wrong. That doesn't seem like what we're expecting.
I mean, they move about as fast. How fast do your troops move?
They move 8 inches.
Oh, yeah. These guys move 8 inches as well.
Oh, okay, so same.
Yeah.
So they're pretty fast, like demon fast.
Yeah, real fast. And then they can get buffed from a Lord on Juggernaut to move 3 extra inches.
Ooh.
Which is so move 11 inches.
Do you get advance and charge for free?
No,
okay,
but you can get with the Lord Invocatus's Warlord trait.
Yes.
You can get a pregame move.
Ooh, that's not
so
bad.
You can move them 11 inches.
Not bad.
And then on your turn, move them another 11 inches, which by my math is 22 inches of movement.
Pretty good.
In your first turn.
That's
so who needs advance and charge when you can move 22 inches before you charge?
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty good.
You're gonna have to hide real far into your deployment zone to avoid a charge that from something that moves 22 inches.
Oh, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah. Well, Worldeaters are happy to have you cower in the corner. But yeah. So yeah, I'm painting up my Worldeaters 8-bound tonight. I'm getting pretty close on a couple of these guys. Then I have, I think, 4 more.
4 more
after these 2.
Oh,
gosh. I've done 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad though. When you getting there. I mean, this is one of my. I'm trying to think. I've got like probably. What's 8 times 5? It's 40. So this will be and this will put me up to 50 troops that I've gotten paint. Yeah, so
it's a lot of troops.
Yeah, little by little. This is this is my favorite army. So I just keep on building and adding and so that way I can create different lists, ideas, and all sorts of stuff. Even though there's only so much you can create with.
Good evening, Matt Anderson.
Matt Anderson.
Thanks for tuning in, bud.
Do you guys like the new improved camo vision? I don't know what to call it.
We got new cameras. We got a new camera. We got a new front-facing camera. We got a new top-down camera. That is not. We're still working on getting that fully functional.
Yep, I've got
a fully functional battle camera.
Waiting for one thing to show up tomorrow, and then it'll be up and running, ready for Friday.
But you guys like the new front-facing camera? I think it looks pretty darn good. You can actually see all the charge letters on the charge clock. You can read this. This says Warhammer40,000.com. You can read this, which is insane.
Yeah,
so good.
Big improvements.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's Behemotold. How do you say it? I'm gonna say it that way. Behemotold. Trying to say all that. We'll just call you Behemoth.
It's Bahamut.
Yeah, Bahamut for it's definitely from Final Fantasy, but I wanted to add to it. I feel no guilt.
You feel no guilt?
Yeah.
That seems about right.
Oh, that's an insult. Then I like
Is it?
Could be.
What do you have to feel guilty about? Okay.
Oh, so many things. At least that's what I'm told. You should be guilty. I'm working on it. Oh, goodness.
All those babies you've strangled.
Oh, gosh.
You feel guilty about those.
I don't feel guilty. I helped them learn about the game.
I helped them learn a lesson. Don't come to competitive events. That's what I taught them.
Don't talk smack to me. What? See here. Hey, one of the guys I beat up he was mean to me.
That poor Necron player.
So I didn't feel bad at all.
Last year at the KC Open. Poor guy.
Ugh.
He didn't deserve what came to him.
I don't know. Maybe he did. He played Necrons. It sounds like he deserved it.
You were all like, you're probably going to win. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he took like a terrible secondary and like did not play his first turn well. And you just like scored 100 points on him.
Yeah, it was rough. Well, I mean, when I look at, I didn't realize it when I looked at the statistics. In general, Harlequins beat Necrons pretty reliably. So
yeah.
It makes it, so I guess I just didn't know the data. Okay, what do we got here? We got getting my Nurgle on tonight. Ooh, disgusting. Hoping all Nurglings and beasts mostly finished by tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, getting that going, Mr. Matt.
Nice. Well, I mean, it is an easy army to paint. I mean, just go outside, throw some mud on them. They're done. I was watching this really interesting video today where they're like, Nurgle demons, out of all the demons, are actually the most joyful. Yep. When they're not attacking you, they're just joyfully bringing Nurgle's love to you.
Yep.
And sometimes they play too rough.
Yeah.
And their friends die.
And most of them are super gleeful and joyful and happy.
Yes.
And they will be laughing the entire time they kill you. They're just enjoying the heck out of themselves.
Yeah.
When you have units called the Sloppity Bile Piper, who just like plays bagpipes made out of organs and stuff, and just like yeah, and like that's their like bard almost for the
Yeah.
army. Like, oh my gosh, it's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Really, the only things that are like the only demons that are like that are often like really like sad or like depressed are like the great unclean. And not all of them are. Just some of them are just like, I hate my life or whatever. Or I hate your life, basically.
Oh, weird. That's so
yeah.
mean.
But like Nurglings, super happy. Beasts of Nurgle, basically puppies.
Basically puppies.
Like seriously, they're just big puppies that roam around the battlefield and like play with you, and then get sad when you stop moving. and then they just move on and start playing with something else.
Oh boy. Like, what are you here for? I'm here for the playful things.
Yeah, it's like a it's like a dog, like a puppy that like gets their hands on like like a baby rabbit for the first time, right? And just like just like, oh, it made a funny sound when I shook it. And then it stops moving and they're like, oh.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah. That's exactly
that's how Nurgle is.
Yeah, that's gotcha. Well, specifically the Beasts of Nurgle are exactly like that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But yeah,
so no knee pads there to put gold on. What we got over here.
Yoda Tech asking the big questions. How do you feel about embedded characters? The new embedded characters rules that they previewed for Warhammer 10th edition. How do I feel about it? I am mostly okay with it. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who is into the idea of playing 40k. Gotcha. I haven't quite got him to actually play 40k yet. But he paints stuff a ton, and he's big into the lore and has just been following stuff or whatever.
Oh, sure.
And he asked me a similar question as far as like, oh, it looks like, yeah, I just saw the thing about Space Marine lieutenants, being inside a unit now and whatever, right? And he was asking me like, what do you think about it? Like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it whatever? And I was just kind of like, currently nobody takes lieutenants for any reason at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you almost never see a lieutenant in a list. There's almost no reason to actually take them. They're not great, right?
Yeah.
So any rules change that makes you take them or makes you think about taking them, I'm here for.
There you go.
Because if they didn't change something, again, no one's taking lieutenants. They get overshadowed by captains and by special characters and by
makes sense. Yeah, I mean, to me, like I don't know, I'm not a Space Marine player for the most part, so I'm kind of like, okay, that sounds fine, but I don't know how it's gonna like come about for my Harlequins. I don't, I'm curious how it's gonna affect Craft World in general.
Yeah,
but they, since they're really focusing on the armies that are gonna be released, in the new box that's coming, there's no way for me to really answer it. I mean, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings on it. I think for the Space Marines and stuff, it makes a lot of sense, and I think it can make, like you said, it'll make things that aren't probably getting played as much more likely to see the table, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm mostly just waiting to see how the elves get affected. I don't know yet. We might get lucky and get skipped. I don't know.
Yeah, Matt, you're correct. It doesn't appear to be all characters. They specifically called out Iron Father Pharaohs and the Lion, and Commander Shadow Sun.
That makes sense. Right?
Being characters that are what they call independent operators.
There we go.
So they are characters that will not be tied to a unit.
Yep.
But will instead be their own independent thing, walking around issuing buffs.
And that's kind of what I expect.
A lot like the way 40k is currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely not going to be all characters. I do wonder if there's going to be some characters that have the option.
I like the option.
Like you can put them in a unit. You cannot put them in a unit. That would be interesting. But then, it's like what do they do when they're not in a unit?
Yeah.
Because if they don't have the that they don't have the buff, if they're not issuing buffs or having buffs in like auras or whatever, right? Then
Yeah.
then what exactly are they doing?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got that ivory over there, don't you?
I do. Well, it's right there.
Oh, it's right there.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Go with a bigger brush for this.
Painting the horns.
The horns.
Yeah, the horns on my 8-pound.
Oh,
They have
gotcha.
horns.
I'm breaking out. I'm finally starting to use. The more I use these monument freaking brushes, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just stopped using all my other brushes.
You're just rubbing it in that you have them.
I got lucky. I got lucky.
They've been out of stock forever, and then you went to LVO. And you were at their booth, and you said, "Give me brushes." And you're like, "We have brushes."
If I knew they were this good, I would have bought a second set.
All right.
I was just like, no, I did. I didn't
Silently
know.
hoping that you would go to Adepticon so you could potentially get me some brushes while you were there.
Yeah, my wife surprised me with that trip she had to do for work, so I didn't get to go.
That happens.
Yeah, I wanted to go too because I actually was wanting to get a second set of brushes just in case for myself. But it happens. But what can you do?
Yep.
So,
Hey, Justin Weeks.
Justin Weeks. Oh, we got Solar.
Bahamut says he does take lieutenants with salamanders because reroll wound rolls for flamers is pretty good.
That is legit right there.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean rerolling ones, right? I mean in salamanders you get +1 to wound with flamers, so you're like, yeah. I mean it's good, and
good.
lieutenants are like dirt cheap, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no, that's
for sure.
Good.
They're very rarely are they used. It's not common to be like, and here's my lieutenant. Unless you're like, hey, I don't want to spend any money on HQs at all, or any points on HQs at all. I just want to like be like bare minimum HQ stuff, and you're like, okay, cool, like 75 points for a lieutenant or whatever, or cheaper.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But then at that point, you could also just take a tech marine. You know.
I love my Tech Marine.
Yeah.
At least when I play Grey Knights, Tech Marines.
Yeah, Yoda Tech outside of Talon Masters, I never take lieutenants. Yep, Talon Masters are good.
But you can reroll
they're a
twos
different
as well?
thing. Yeah.
Ooh. Salamanders can roll ones and twos.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot better. And I feel better about that.
Have they given an example of a rare aura? Nope.
No.
Nope. We have seen no auras for 10th edition yet.
Very true.
They did say most auras are gone.
Oh, most auras are gone?
That's what they said, as far as like the character stuff or whatever, right?
That's really interesting.
That the days of having auras of reroll ones and whatnot are few far between.
Well, I'm okay with that because as a Harlequin player, we don't have that option anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's real interesting. Oh, this is my example, guys. I want to paint. You want to just look at him and say, God, you're glorious. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So you can reroll twos. That's pretty cool. I've never played anyone who, I've never played against salamanders, so I'm really familiar with them.
I played against successor chapter salamanders, which didn't feel like salamanders.
Really?
At the Kansas City Open last year.
Oh, okay.
That was my last game
ever.
At the KC Open.
Oh,
my eighth game.
Oh, that was the guy. Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Yeah, that was that guy.
That guy. Woo! And let's see here. Busy. Painting. Yeah. So what are you guys up to? Yotech, anything you're working on tonight? I don't know if I don't think I saw you say. You know Matt's doing his Nurgle. He's gonna be hardcore for a little while.
Matt's coming with us to KC.
Yeah, Matt's coming with us.
He's gonna be playing his Nurgle.
Yeah. One of our Patreons hanging out with us at a big event, competing with us. It's gonna be pretty cool to go out as a team.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it'd be really cool. It's such a different way from what we normally do, so I'm really excited to see it. And I think even Art of War submitting a team potentially. So we might even get to play against them if we do all right.
Man, I'd love to lose a game against John Lennon.
That'd be hilarious. So John Lennon's your favorite?
I mean, he plays Ultramarines.
Well,
so of course he's my favorite.
Oh, that's all it takes. Gotcha.
I like.
I've met him. He's a real nice guy. So.
I like Nick too.
Nick, yes.
Non-Venati.
He's my favorite drunkard.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, he's always like drinking heavy. Boy loves to drink and play.
So yeah, if I had to if I had to pick between one of the or like a couple of the
Yep.
the Art of War guys, yeah, I'd go either John Lennon or Nick. Would be fun.
Joshua Kappelman.
Hey Josh,
Working on one lonely salamander aggressor.
that's
Still.
your MO, bud. It takes you a while.
Ooh, Void Scars for Kill Team, huh? Nice. Sonya. I'm going to say Sonya because I like the way it sounds. Sonja. Let's see. Oh, nice. Nice. Void Scars. Oh, Void Scars. Okay, now it took me a second to remember what they are. Those are well, those aren't Craft World, but they're elves of the pirate variety.
Oh.
So yes. It took me a second to remember. Like, why does that sound familiar? I've got like 3 batches of them I need to build at some point. I haven't done it. They're just part of my pile of opportunities that I'm working on.
Hey Sean, thanks for yeah. I mean, you didn't have to change your account name, but it definitely helps Steven out.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't know. You know, we've got a lot of people we know, but
Yeah.
if you guys have different names.
It's hard to know the whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if
The gamer tags. That's gonna date me, but whatever.
Ooh, dating. But yeah. You know, if your names are different in the Discord and then different in here, I mean, how am I supposed to remember you?
Yeah.
Sorry. So terrible.
I mean, you will eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean,
but it takes some extra time for sure.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the new camera? You like it, or you hate it? The old camera, this would just be a fist. No, I'm kidding.
We're just fuzzy. That's all we are.
We got all that done. Now we got to do some swords, and we'll add some gold. Oh, gold! It's gold, baby. Okay. I'm just gonna rub it in. These brushes also make the paint taste better. Let's see, get a little mix. If you need gold, there's plenty here. But if you don't, well, that sucks.
Monument paints. It tastes better than other paints.
Well, tonight I'm using a combination of Monuments, GW, and Vallejo. I've got
Vallejo.
This. My Harlequins have an unusual combination of paints going into them. You wouldn't expect it, I'm sure, but that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm using Monument paints for the paints, and then Citadel for all the shades.
I got
because I already have a recipe for how I shade all of these.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't really want to deviate from it.
No, I mean I get that. That's how I am with my orcs. I'm just.
Matt says thumbs up on the new camera.
Woo!
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. I'm gonna call you Nurgle Matt.
Yes, Sean. We could use an Improbable Wargaming banner for the background.
We really could.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm working on it. We're gonna have a big Improbable Wargaming logo right here. It's gonna look really cool. Yeah, it's
in the works.
A work in progress is where we're at with it. And by in progress, I mean I haven't started yet.
I already knew you were gonna say that.
But I have the idea.
He has the idea.
Yep, I know
starting it.
what I want to do.
He's like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
One day, sir.
I just have to find the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean that is the challenge.
Yeah. My daughter's birthday this weekend, so
Ooh.
we're kind of in like scramble mode to like get the house ready for family.
Guys are so busy.
That is true.
I'm like I'm kind of I'm cool with my seeing my family only when I choose.
Yeah.
But not everyone is, as close to their families as others. So that's okay.
Yeah, well, my parents live a block away.
Yeah, yours is literally mentioned more than one way.
Yeah.
None of my family lives more than closer than I think 14 hours.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge in general to get them out here. Lots of silver. Brush is so amazing. Screw you, GW brushes.
I mean, you've kind of had a low bar.
Yeah, I've been using
But
GW brushes, and these brushes from Monument blow it out of the water. I'm just a huge fan already.
Yeah, Sean, still fully waiting on the Combat Patrol. I've got these 8-bound, working on the 8-bound. I got some paint on Angron this week, which was exciting. There is paint on him.
When you drop them in the paint, that happens.
So working on getting my 8-bound finished.
There you go.
Yeah, still kind of waiting on the combat patrol just because it's gonna be such a good deal. It's hard to drop money on stuff that's gonna be in the combat patrol that is gonna be so much cheaper once the combat patrol comes out.
It's gonna sell out so fast because everybody who's patient is waiting for it.
That is true. Hopefully I can grab. I just need 2.
Oh,
I just need 2 combat patrols. That's all I need.
Watch them to be only 2 per store, and you better talk to Mike from JCD and make sure you just get that locked in.
Yep, that's the plan.
Because otherwise, he's gonna be like, no, they're all gone. You're gonna be like, no.
I'm just hoping that they don't pull what they did with like Gene Stealer Colt and don't bring out the combat patrol for like 6 months.
Dude, I feel like that's their MO. So honestly, I would not be surprised if they did that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they're gonna make more money making you wait and force people to just go, what the heck? I'm just gonna get the model. So I think that's what they'll do. We'll see it right when 10th edition comes out. You'll be like, yay!
Yeah, I'm looking for 10th edition. If it comes out sooner than that, I potentially can get them up and going for the KC event.
Oh, I got you.
And that could be interesting.
That could be.
Bring Worldeaters instead of AdMech.
Oh, sure. I mean, well, you could also just bring your blue boys if you wanted. So there, you got choices.
Yeah, I run into the 3D printing conundrum.
It is a risk for sure.
For sure. Either that or I'd go and buy some Invictors and Redemptors.
You got the boarding actions for Necron. I think actually, maybe next week, maybe we'll play a Blood Bowl game. What do you think?
Next week?
Before I go off to England? Next Wednesday?
Maybe.
What? What does that mean, maybe? We got a team.
I'll just see what I'm up to on Wednesday.
I don't like it when he says that. Mr. Pillow, come play with me on next Wednesday, because my boyfriend broke up with me again.
You're changing the schedule. You said next month, and then now you're saying next week.
Well, it's just because I want to change things.
Next you're gonna say tomorrow.
Well, I mean, if you want to come over and play tomorrow, let's do it. I'm working though, so it won't work out.
Yeah.
I just want to play some Blood Bowl, and we only played half of the game wrong, and I want to play the other half correctly. And I got a few games in on the PlayStation, so
wrong.
Not entirely, but
we thought we were wrong, and then I was like, oh no, I was actually playing it right, and then we were good. But yeah,
but at that point you already scored once.
That is true.
Cheater.
I think the main thing that we were doing wrong was moving is an activation.
Yes, it doesn't. We can't move and get tackle.
Yeah.
Yes. That was our big mistake.
Without blitzing or whatever, right? Yeah. It did make the game go quick. Maybe that should be the rules.
You're like, yes, let's do that again.
Squeeze past me again.
Oh. I only need to lose a little more weight, and I'll be able to squeeze by that guy. I don't know. I might mess around with him a little bit between Harlequins stuff.
Got your Demon Prince?
Yeah, Prince. He needs a little bit of work, so it wouldn't be bad to give him a little love. I was not sure.
Demon Prince,
I mean,
won't you?
Normally, I like doing the purple skin on this. I kind of want to do a purple skin because he's going to be a Demon Prince for the Emperor's Children, and then dry brush like a light gray over it, to kind of. And I don't know yet. I might work on him here.
Sean, that we know of, the KC event is not after 10th comes out. I believe 10th is coming out in the middle end of June, and the Kansas City event is the first weekend in June.
Let's see. I've got my Best Coast pairing up. Let's take a look because
I know for a fact that it isn't.
Don't listen to him.
That it isn't going to be before 10th because they've said that they're going to have they're going to have preview rules for 10th at the Kansas City event.
I wonder when GW is going to update my Best Coast pairing with the Warhammer Fest. It's still not on there, which is kind of. I mean, I've got my ticket, so I know I'm getting in, but
yeah,
I can't remember how long it took them to put it on for Kansas last year. Do you remember? That's the big question I have.
It took a little while.
I think it did.
Yeah, I want to say it honestly wasn't up until like at most a month before. Like it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It took quite a while.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right.
Bahamut, the KC Open. Do we know how that works? Do you have to pay for entry or just to play? I think you could just show up.
Yeah, because if you go
they have classes and stuff you can take that you do have to pay for.
Yes.
But honestly, I think if you showed up at the hotel and just walked in, from what I saw last year, there's no one there to stop you. You just kind of you can just walk in and
it's not like an it's not like an ITC event. ITC events like the FL, you know, they require you to pay entry fee even if you're competing, and you know, to get into the different parts of what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we all had badges, like we all had our name badges on or whatever, but I think I forgot mine one day and nobody said anything, and it was just like whatever.
I see. There you go. Who knows though?
But I don't believe there is a like if you go to the events page, it's like on Eventbrite or whatever. If you go there, I don't think that there is a ticket for like visitor.
No, I didn't see one.
So I think genuinely, I think you can just go and go there. Which honestly, if you're in the area, do it anyway. Like so. There's nothing that seems like it's going to be different from last year as far as like what they're doing there. And last year they had their own like Forge World shop there. They had a GW shop there.
Is pretty cool.
So they had like the largest Forge World store outside of Forge World in the UK at that event. So if you want Forge World stuff, they're going to have it there. And they had a ton of just like Warhammer stuff there too. A lot of cool dioramas.
For sure.
Some very cool painting stuff going that was there. Plus you can just show up and like watch some cool games go down. And you say hi to us. Cheer
your friends on and stuff. For sure.
You can be our cheerleader.
Yeah. And they have a singles event going on too. There's teams, there's singles, there's Blood Bowl, there's Kill Team. I mean, you can go and just play any number of things. They'll have AOS going on, and if it's like usual, they'll even have some heresy going on. So there's a lot of opportunities to get in your Warhammer needs.
And just see some cool stuff going.
Yeah. I will say that I like how Games Workshop runs their tournaments better than ITC, but I like the variety of things you can see at the ITC events. That's for sure. That's my opinion on it. Sticking to it. Let's get
Yeah, I don't think it's like a convention where you have to pay to access the hall.
Yeah, no, because there won't be a hall. It'll just be part of where everyone's competing anyway. So you'll be okay. They were giving some people tours around and stuff too when we were in Kansas.
Someone just said he got the hobby pass just to watch everything. Maybe that's what you do. I don't know. Yeah,
maybe. I mean,
they had like tables and stuff set up for people just to like sit down and paint, and I think they had like a ton of like sprues and stuff like with like bits and things like that for you to like build whatever you wanted from those sprue bits or whatever.
A lot going on.
Yeah, there were some interesting things happening for sure.
I would just check out their website on it. That'll be your ultimate answer.
Yep.
We can't know everything, sadly.
I can tell you what I think you might be able to get away with.
That's true.
But I am not affiliated with Games Workshop in any capacity, so don't take my word for it.
Yeah. He's like, don't. Well, let me tell you something.
Travis from Improbable Wargaming told me I could do this. I don't know who that is. It's that guy over there. No, it's not me. It's not me. That's not me.
I never said it.
My name is Travis. Travis, not Travis.
That's hilarious.
And Steven's like, you could have just picked a completely different name. You didn't have to pick one that looked exactly. It sounded exactly the same.
I would have been like, my name's Calvin, and then pointed at Calvin and said, "That's Travis."
Calvin's not even there.
Well, that's true. That's even better then. Like, this is so weird.
Yep. No, I'm excited for it. It's going to be a very different change up from, just like standard competitive events with going for the team event where we get to
work together,
kind of
basically
pick what matchups we kind of want, and figure that out. And
well, the nice thing is I will be at the Show Me Showdown where they are going to be playing with 10th edition rules as they have already announced. So that's exciting, at least.
That is exciting.
So I'm excited. How else can you put it?
I'm so excited.
So excited.
For 10th edition.
And then an official update. I am now officially on Rocky number 4. my watching of it has been successful so far, as Amazon Prime keeps allowing me to watch things for free that originally you had to pay for, which were all the Rockies.
Just have to pay Amazon their yearly dues.
Well, that I'm okay with because I buy stuff from them very regularly.
It's true. That shipping is helpful.
Yeah, it is. I'm a big fan.
You know, if you ever if you ever buy something from them,
yes,
and it's like Prime shipping,
oh yeah,
and it says like, yeah, it'll be there in like 3 days or 2 days or whatever, and it doesn't get there in 3 days or 2 days, hop on their chat support and tell them that you haven't gotten your thing, and it said that you were going to get your thing in 2 days. Oftentimes they give you they extend your Amazon Prime by a month.
Ooh,
They'll be like, oh, I'm really sorry, we'll give you an extra month of Amazon Prime. And you're like, cool, thanks.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, so that guy is hacked. I love my little Harlequins recipe. It works very efficiently.
The recipe?
Yeah. Yep. I remember when I decided to add blue to all the models after they were already done, and I went back and painted all 40 models with the extra stuff I wanted. Like, I don't care, you're all getting blue. Like, no.
Don't blue me.
Don't blue me.
You're all getting bloom.
Well, you get to enter a painted mini for the competition. Yeah.
For the hobby
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a lot of fun. I'm down with it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
I was going through like all my bits of Harlequin stuff, and I found enough bits to be able to make 6 more.
6 more Harlequins?
This guy's not exactly posed the way he should be, but who cares? He's an extra Harlequin.
Yeah.
He looks cool to me, and I'm happy with it. I got basically a box for free from all the bits I had.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's what you do with orcs too, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many orc bits. I mean, holy cow. You definitely could kit bash out a few with no real difficulties.
Kit bashed ammo runt out of a bunch of orc bits.
Yep, I know. I got him over there.
He doesn't have any legs. He's just like holding himself along on the ground, but he's got a bag full,
he has
full
a
of
sense
stick
of
grenades.
duty.
Yep.
That is what he has. Let's go.
Fungus don't need legs.
Maybe he grows it back later.
You ain't got no legs.
No legs, mother effer. Dude, I've been watching. Like I said, we just finished Rocky 3 today, so I'm stuck on everything Mr. T was saying. He's like, "Come on, sucker!
Come on, sucker!"
Like, you jive, turkey. It's like, whoa, this is so cool. Oh man, there's things that were said in that movie that nowadays people would be very, very upset about.
Yeah.
It was just racist light. My daughter was like, what did he say? I'm like, oh boy.
I mean, that's kind of the point of it, though. Like, I don't know. I don't think there was anything necessarily said in that movie that wasn't like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, we know that's racist. Like, even then, it was like, nope, that's kind of what's going on. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
That's a huge underlying part of.
But when when your children are raised in a totally different world now, then all of a sudden she's like, what did he say? I'm like, oh, okay, we gotta talk about this now.
You can't say that. And like, exactly. But sometimes people don't care.
That's right. Funny. Let's see, what other redness can we put in this? Ooh, right here. Give him. I'm getting better about paying attention to where the camera is, so you guys can actually kind of see what I'm doing when I'm painting.
I'm trying to keep my stuff in view as well.
That's what these targets are good for.
Mr. Flock says the new camera looks great.
Well, thank you,
Thanks,
Mr. Flock. Thank you, Mr. Flocker.
Another guy that's coming with us to Kansas City.
Yeah, look, the whole team's here. There's a song that goes with it. I can't remember how it goes, but I like it. That's all I'm saying.
Started from the bottom now.
Yes.
Started from the bottom now. The whole team's here.
Skr. Ski.
Ski.
Oh man.
From the window to the wall.
Watch
to the
those.
sweat drop down my.
There you go. Oh, you heard that song too then when the guy redid it?
Oh yeah, I follow that guy.
Oh, okay, good. I saw it too. I was
hilarious.
like, that's hilarious.
Love that guy.
I love the whole apology part of it first. He's like, I just want to say sometimes you just have to do this. Like, I wonder what he's gonna do. And they're like, oh yes. Thank you. let's see. So, right. So, you know, we'll keep him simple. We're gonna keep all the red on one side of the body for this guy. Maybe one day I'll be brave enough to do diamond patterns by hand. I just haven't found the testicular fortitude to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to that. So what are you working on, Mr. Flock? Are you actually painting Necrons finally? Are you finally doing it?
You have a lot of bikes to paint, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, and that reminds you, you got all your Necrons over there you can take home.
I'm gonna pack them up.
Yep. Yeah, you can come get these.
I told Brandon he didn't have to bring them back to me.
Oh, sure.
I was like, yeah, I'll pick them up at some point.
Yeah, I mean, not too hard to do.
Nope.
Brandon's like Calvin, just obsessed with Necrons. He's like, oil me up and let's do some robot action.
I think if anyone's obsessed with Necrons, it's you.
I know.
You're the one that's like, I hate them. I hate them.
Dirty
negative obsession.
Well, it is because I'm an elf in every way that matters. I self-identify as an elf.
You're like, we hate Necrons, and Necrons are like, wow, that's weird. We don't care at all about you.
Not true. Necrons went into dormant rest, hoping they'd come back and the elves would be gone.
Yeah,
they kind of cared a little.
Well, they weren't. They kind of were.
Yeah,
they were pretty close.
Yeah,
they're on the decline. So
as the
Necrons were supposed to sleep for a little bit longer, but friggin' Admech had to go poking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Darn Admech.
The big stink bug flying around in here.
Yeah, he's been here for a bit.
Let me out.
I keep ignoring him and letting him do his own business.
Let me out.
That's more right.
I want to mate. Let me out.
He's like, winter was good, now left freedom.
Where are the women?
Outside.
Where are the women, Beatles?
Well, the funny thing, they had that door open for half the day to keep the room breathing, and he didn't.
I agree with
had the chance.
I agree with Mr. Fogg. Yeah, we'll start doing team meeting stuff.
Yes.
Here pretty soon.
Yes. It's true. We need to get games in.
Get some list plans and figure out what our lists, what we think our lists are good against.
Yeah.
So we can get that kind of just a game plan before we get to the team event, because
we don't need surprises. Yeah. Well, we got to figure out who's going to be making the big decisions, because I'm the organizer. I'm not interested in leading. I've done my part and got us all together. Now it's up to someone else to take charge, and I don't care which one of you fools do it.
I'll make mistakes.
Well, we know that. I mean, that's probably why I didn't mention you. Flock, are you in charge? I mean, you seem like a guy who might be willing to be in charge. Travis will forget to make decisions. He'll be like, yeah, hold on. And they'll be like, the game's already started. Oh, dang it. I forgot to make a choice. You're like, not again. That's the third game we've had to forfeit. I don't know. I like making things up. I'm just gaslighting him. Goodness. Dude, I was watching this little thing on Instagram with like a dating thing. And the lady's like, so, tell me a little about yourself. He's like, yeah, my name's, Brandon Flock, and I like to gaslight women. I like to break them down and then eventually build them up. Only a little bit so they think I'm changing. I do, over there somewhere. I haven't well organized it since the move downstairs, but yes, there is Black Templar. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, there should be Black Legion over there too.
I need the Legion.
The Legion is good.
I found it.
Yeah, I told you it's over there.
It only took me 5 times.
5
It's
times.
actually pretty darn good.
Very good.
All the paint that's over there.
There's a lot of paint. It's like a little GW store over there. I think that's why he likes coming over here, people. He shows up, he's like, I need paint. I'm like, it's over there. He's like, yes, sir.
I can bring my own.
You could, but how much more convenient is it?
Super convenient.
Right, people. Let's get this.
This is what I do when I shake paint. Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm like a little paint gremlin.
It's like it's your Yoo-hoo bottle. Is that it? Let's. These I gotta make sure I get it right to there.
That's all right. That's all right, Brandon. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing captain stuff.
I don't care who wants to be captain.
I mean, we'll make decisions together. We'll all be together and doing stuff.
I'm kind of like I'm like you could say I'm I'm trying to think of the Worldeaters of the group. I'm just like, that way.
You're the hype man.
Yeah, well, I'm
You're
a
the hype man.
I just yell and charge into battle.
Yeah.
That's what I do, and I get people excited. Like, let's go! They're like, woo! What are we getting
Like,
excited
Steven,
about?
who do you want to play against? And you're like, I don't care. Just put me against somebody.
Put me in, coach.
I'm just ready to play.
I'm here to play.
I'm like, okay, you're playing sisters. You're like, no, stop that.
That's perfect. Send me the sisters. My elves kill sisters real good.
It's true.
I won't be too cocky, but I will be cocky. Yeah.
Harlequins honestly, it's a good army to have up our sleeve.
Because
Like,
it's so unexpected.
It's unexpected, and you're gonna score points.
Yep.
Like you're gonna have a good point score even if you lose, right?
Yeah.
Which is great for a team event. And then it's just a hard army to feel confident going into in general, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting me into Space Marines in general, it's probably going to go well. Outside of probably Salamanders, because I'm hearing about Flamers, and I'm automatically like, no.
They do
no.
that. They do Flamers, they do Melta.
Meltas I'm not worried about, but the Flamers, oh boy. I don't want to.
I think in Tactical Doctrine, they get +1 to wound with Flamers and Meltas.
Oh.
And
you got to hit me with the Meltas first, but still.
But yeah.
The Meltas, you got to hit me, but when you just avoid the whole need to hit me part, I'm already not happy.
Yeah, it's usually a lot of flamer aggressors and
yeah. I think we'll do blue up here, and then we'll just do.
And I'm also really excited for Matt's list, the Nurgle Demons.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
I think that's also a super good list that will be great to have up our.
I feel like that's gonna smash
too.
like knights in general real well.
Well, I mean, you just you can. Okay, Think Bug is getting real big, hanging out here. Like you can look at your opponent's list and be like, okay, how well does this work into Toughness 9?
Yeah, exactly.
If it doesn't work well into Toughness 9, which is a lot of lists, honestly, outside of like Votan and like Born Soldiers, Astra Militarum, right?
Okay,
they get like the 6s to hit auto wound. Stuff, right?
Yeah. Anything that has 6s to hit auto wound can be probably pretty.
Right, and that's what I mean for Votan too, right?
Yeah, because guard will wreck you because they'll just be like 6s. We got tons of bullets. Here we go.
Yeah. But like outside of that,
it'd be pretty good.
It's pretty scary.
So, I know that Matt and I were talking when I get back from England, we're gonna get a rep into my army so he can at least play it and see what it's like. And
yeah, he's playing. I think he's going to Calvin's tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing some bad touch at Calvin's place. My understanding, somebody's bad touching somebody.
Well, and then Calvin's playing me on Friday.
Yes, that's true. Yes. I forgot all about that part for a second. I'll be producing.
Yeah.
Which is good because I'll be one of the few people that knows how to operate these cameras.
That is also true.
Here. But I had a lot of fun setting them up today. I was like, the computer recognizes it, but yet there's no image. Let me fix that.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's like and then it's like, an image. I'm so happy. Oh goodness, this red is looking good. This Mephiston red is looking so good. I got my hands on some of the airbrush version of it, which I'm so pleased. So good.
Probably coats a little bit better.
Yeah. Do the cardinal sin and just go straight from the bottle.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm okay. What did Matt say? No matter what Nurgle hits in your bed. Oh, bad place. Okay, yeah. No matter what, Nurgle hits you in the bad place. The Harlequins are at least my Harlequins are one of the few that auto wound on 6s. So it's not too shabby.
It's a lot of wounds.
And then we can do mortal wounds too.
It's a lot of wounds to chew through.
Yeah, we can do it though. We can do it. I'm willing to try.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the math on that.
Yeah,
like one of your troop units going into a great and clean one.
Oh,
it's like toughness 9, 24 wounds.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'd have to spend 3 CP, 4 potentially, to just make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I take it down, but I probably bracket it pretty heavily.
5-up demon save in melee.
Oh, that's perfect. I'll shoot through him like a son of a gun. But yeah, the 9 part's gonna be rough because everything's
always gonna be 5.
It's gonna be, well, no, it'll be always 6s because my highest strength is 4 in that unit. You're talking about the demon save, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about my wounds. I'll have to roll
Oh,
6s
yeah.
across the
Yeah, you'll
board.
have to roll 6s. That's
So-
what's tough, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to, but that's that's just what it is. Well, the thing is, I just play the game and I just put lots of roadblocks in the way, and you probably eat most of the army, but I get lots of points. That's that's the hard part for a lot of people is when you run into an
How
army.
do you outscore it, right?
Yeah, you just have to play your game and just accept that most of what you're doing is just delay actions. How can I slow you down? How can I annoy you? Try to make you make bad choices while I'm running around scoring my points.
I expect very large wand. He's not playing orcs.
Yeah, without that would be funny. I mean,
if you wanted to play
my
orcs,
rule is if there's an orc player yelling at a wall, especially at your table, you should probably just yell it with him. Why not?
Yeah, that's fair too.
Just help him out.
Yeah, join in.
At least at LVO, their walls were everywhere, but you could just hear them starting at the AOS tables and working their way to the 40K. So it was pretty good. First, I was like, "What the hell is happening?" Because they didn't really yell it very well. Like it wasn't like you couldn't tell in some instances that it was a wall. It was just some dude yelling. Like, ah! It's like, what was that? He's like, "Oh, that's a wall." Oh, okay.
If you say so.
Exactly. I was like, I wouldn't classify that as a wall, but okay.
Someone's like, that wasn't good enough. I don't think it counts. And the judge is like, yeah, he's right.
Hey, Brandon
you didn't yell
Pillow.
it well.
What's up, Mr. Pillow? How you doing, brother?
Hey, Brandon.
Brandon coming in and hanging out. What do you think of the new cameras? You like it? We might need you next week because Travis over here got some personal business. I don't know what that means. Making it up really, but la la la. But yeah. Hopefully people saw Brandon's video he put together on how to do some Scotch eggs. Really amazing. If you haven't seen it yet,
Masking with silly putty.
yes, go on there, check out the Scotch egg recipe. It's amazing. You will be pleased. Check out my Scotch egg recipe. My grandma taught me. Let's see. Red right where I need it. Gotta get the red where I need it. New video uploading to Drive Now, boys. Oh, nice.
Cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
cool. Yeah. Well, thank you. We'll definitely check it out here after the show. Starting. Let's see. Well, don't forget if you're hanging out and you haven't done it yet, give us a like and a sub.
That's right. Like it.
Like it.
Like the video. Do it. Go down right now. Down there, like it. Click the like button.
And don't be afraid to leave a comment. Because
Well, they can't leave a comment yet.
Oh, they can't leave a comment yet. Really?
No, yeah, because when you're live, there's the live comment section.
Yes.
And then when it's after it's done being live, it becomes an actual video, and then you can do a comment in the video.
That's
section.
why our comment section is generally stinky.
Yeah. We would only get comments from people that are watching the video, not live.
Oh, I understand. My bad, boys and girls.
Here's what you do.
Here's what you do.
Right, you guys right now watching the video. When we're done tonight, the stream is over. Refresh the page.
There you go.
And then just leave a comment down in the comment section.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what it is. Go crazy. Be weird with it. I don't care. But leave something down in the comment section for the video so we get an extra comment.
Yeah.
Because usually
it helps.
it's just one or two people leaving comments on
usually
our videos.
it's me talking
And
about my
oftentimes
mom
it's
liking.
just Steven.
I like to leave comments about my mom liking Travis, but lately
She doesn't like me anymore, apparently.
Yeah,
I felt real sad about
she
that.
was really she just didn't feel it from you last time. And that girl is in prison, and if she ain't feeling the warm and fuzzies, you done something wrong. She's like, I'm bringing the love. I can see her right now. She's holding a sign up against the bars saying, I love Travis. Forgive me.
We watch YouTube.
Yeah, let me watch YouTube. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, it's funny. My daughter had her friend over for a little bit today, and he walked in here because she was coming in to let me know that she had a friend over, and he just saw the cameras and everything. He's like, "Whoa!" And my daughter's like, "You can't be in here. This is the YouTube channel." He was all confused. I was like, "What are you guys doing?" Silly bunch of
This is where my dad does the YouTubes.
Yeah, this is where the YouTubes happen. This is where all those snuff films happen.
He's like, what's a YouTube?
Like,
Get out of here, kid.
Get out of here,
You child.
you infant. Tell your mama said hi. Oh no. Let's see here. Getting that red on, baby. Oh, anybody got a favorite color they like painting on the models, or are they just open to any color? Any color. I don't know why, but I do like red. Red just looks good on models.
It's the food channel
So
leaking.
so far no laggy audio. For us or for what are we referring to here? That's what I need to know now. Are you talking about for what you created, or are you talking about us tonight? Don't know either.
Maybe he's talking about us. I don't know.
No either.
Hopefully he's talking about us. How many times was the stream on Wi-Fi?
Just the once that I'm
Just
aware
the
of.
once? Okay.
That was, we haven't done a whole lot of hobby hang here, but it was
Well,
on
I
the
mean,
once
even like
for sure.
like Friday night.
Friday night, no, it was
Okay,
hard.
okay.
I made sure the Friday.
Okay.
Why was it laggy on Friday?
We've had a few
Spikes?
laggy instances, yeah, where it just kind of like it'll, especially if you like go back and you watch the video through again, there'll be times where it just jumps.
Oh, I have noticed.
It just dropped for a little bit and then came back.
Yeah, it's the only bad thing about having the MediaCom out here is it's not 100% reliable. There are good days and there's bad days for sure.
Yeah.
They're in the works of apparently buffing our internet up in this area to their, what do they call it? I can't remember. They have a new title. Basically, it's just gonna be faster. Oh, they're calling it 10G. They're gonna put 10G out here.
Oh, their fiber package.
Yeah. So hey, go for it.
Grab a little red.
So I'm
Ready,
excited
ready.
that when they actually buff it out here, so we get a little better. So sorry that it's not the best, but
Working.
it's working.
Need to hit this guy's tongue real quick. He's
Ooh,
got a red tongue now.
Sensual,
Look at that. Tongue's red.
sensual tongues. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I just found a bracelet I need to put gold on. Yeah, I forgot the bracelet. How's your models going, Brandon? You getting somewhere with them? Rex said something. I'm using the Vallejo Air equivalent of Mephisto Red. Takes too many coats. Yeah, that's why. I found this. Where if I can show it, I found this over at JCD and Hobby. It's one of the few places that I'm aware of that carries their airbrush paints. So if you want the good old Mephisto Red that's airbrush quality, this is the way for sure.
This is the way.
Only reason I'm using it is because it's part of my recipe, and I didn't want to have these guys look different than my other Harlequin. So otherwise, I'd be using my Monuments paint. But
Monument paint.
yeah, if you really want to stick to a good out of the bottle paint, also the GW airbrush paint is pretty good. But they are starting to shrink the line down a lot, so get them while they last.
Stream used to have a slight lag. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I think it was in part the cameras too, because we were having some issues with both. What was it? Instead of it being at 60 frames per second, we discovered it was actually at 59, and it was causing issues. And then we were having the cameras too were exactly the very best. So it was a reason to upgrade them. So with what we have now, it should resolve a lot of those issues.
Says he's almost back to where he was during the stream that he was on.
Oh, what is that?
He had to restart, right? He had to strip the models and.
Yeah. When he came, yeah. Okay, now I got it. Makes a sense. Okay, so that's all of my red on there.
I forgot I need to paint the bases black.
Yeah, gotta get those bases done.
Bases black.
Oh,
I paint the bases black and then I dry brush them so that they're gray again. And then I hit them with the Vallejo dry pigments.
Yeah.
Which are just really cool. They end up with like a really neat effect on them.
I got you.
Look at the base on the guy.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he needs a little bit of like cheek highlights, but I'm sure you're getting there.
No, he's just dirty.
He's just dirty.
Yep.
Even a dirty face has some highlights.
He has highlights. He has highlights. You're just not looking.
He's lying to you people. Don't listen to him. The propaganda machine is out of control over here. Well, what's fun about Travis, for those who don't know, is he doesn't like getting angry, and he tries real hard not to. But the fun part is when he does get angry and he's holding it in, you can see it on his face. He's like, it's all on his lips. He's like, hold the anger in. And because I like messing with people, I'm messing with him regularly, and he's just always shaking his head like, Steven, stop trying. Stop trying. One time I heard him in the back, under his breath, being like, the power of Christ compels you, Steven. I was like, oh no, he's trying to get the demon out. I need to go grab another color. I think I'll head around the other way.
Okay. Don't trip.
I just realized I'm missing my favorite color for the faces of. I don't know a equivalent for this thermatic blue. But so I guess there'll be a few GW paints. No matter what, I'll be keeping in my collection because I use this thematic blue for the masks of my quins. I like it. So that is the plan. These quins are gonna have yellow hair today. That's my big plan on them.
Yeah, it almost looks like jade.
Yeah, it kind of has a jade to it for sure. But then because it's a contrast, it fills in. It does a little bit of a
little works a little bit differently.
Yeah, it does a little double duty, right? There we go. A little bit of yellow for the hair.
The duty.
Yeah, duty. Oh, you know, it's so funny. I love my girls and I watched the Beavis and Butthead stuff together. You know, because hey, I grew up on Beavis and Butthead, and
and you turned out great.
I'm totally normal. The kind of normal I like, at least. And we were at the freaking the post office, right? And my girls were standing there like, and my youngest was like, TP for their bunghole. And this lady stopped, started laughing, and she's like, you raised them right. It was hilarious. She's like, oh, I can't believe.
That sounds like the South Side post office.
Oh no, it was right here in Pleasant Hill, but yeah, might as well be.
Sure.
But it was still funny. She was pleasantly surprised that the girls were into Beavis and Butthead. The righteous Butthead.
Lady at my post office is real nosy.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I love her though.
Oh,
it's like anytime you're like mailing something out, she's like, I gotta know what you're mailing out.
Well, like, that is true, but yes, also.
Like I mailed out the buttons from the giveaway for last month.
Oh yeah.
And I grabbed I mailed them out using like card packages or whatever, because there's like hard envelopes or whatever. So I put them in there and like just handed the package to her, and she looks at me, she kind of squints, and she's like, so do you make cards? Like you selling cards on Etsy? And I was like, no, they're buttons. And she's like, what? Really? I'm like, yeah, it's a button. And she like feels it, and she's like, okay, well, let me mark it so it doesn't go through the machine. I'm like, all right, well, thanks.
Well, that's probably good that she did that then. Be like, yeah, my button showed up and it's awfully flat.
Well, they're supposed to be flat.
Maybe not broken.
Not that kind of flat.
Not that kind of flat. Get these faces all freshened up. Oh my goodness. Here, I'm almost done with my Drakari vehicles. I'm super stoked. Then I'm gonna start painting the bikes, which
bikes.
I've got a lot of work to do before I go to England, because once I'm in England, I'm not gonna be really painting, and I'm gonna get I'm already behind in a sense, but I'll get further behind. So I think the next time I play on stream, I'm gonna do Grey Knights and Imperial Knights.
Yeah,
make something a little different. Try that out. Just why not? That's kind of my big plan, and hopefully it works out. Hey, let's get some hair going, people. Let's do some hair. Hey, it's Mr. Mike. He's my handler, as I tell everyone. He handles the business. He's like, Steven, stop it. I'm like, no, you can't make me. I'm your handler. Oh, okay.
It's not.
Yep.
It's not how any of this works.
There you go. Let's see here. He is the guy to talk to if you want 40K stuff from JCD and Hobby.
That is correct.
He is the man.
Mike from Jay's.
Mike from Jay's. That reminds me. How you doing, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Let's see here. Let's get some hair painted. Try out this yellow glory. I love another thing I like about these Harlequins, they're punk rockers. They're punk rockers. Yeah. Oh, I did the most Iowa thing I could do yesterday. I picked up a Slipknot album.
Oh, I was gonna say just like hold your breath and ignore the kid kicking the back of your seat in a movie theater for 2 hours straight.
Is that what you had to do?
That's about the most Iowa thing I've ever done. Yeah.
Oh no, I'd have been like, ah.
No, that's not what Iowans do.
No, that's not to do. Okay.
Nope. Not proper.
It's not proper. Ah, I'm the worst
No,
Iowan ever.
You don't lose your shit as an Iowan. That's not what you do.
Oh my goodness.
You keep it in.
You keep it in.
And you
till you get constipated.
And you wait till you're gone, till the person that is annoying you is gone, and or you have left the vicinity, and then you complain to your significant other, and you or someone else, and you say, "How dare that person? Did you see that person? That person was the worst.
They're such a wild animal."
But you do not. You keep it together.
Oh, I'm such a terrible Iowa.
Because the second you weren't born here. You're okay. But the second you lose it, even. Doesn't matter how justified you are.
Yeah.
In freaking out on somebody or putting someone in their place or whatever, right?
Yep.
Everyone else around you is like, wow, that guy has lost it. That guy is insane. That guy has. Did you see the person who yelled at those children?
Oh.
And you're like, yeah, they deserved it, but it doesn't matter. He yelled at the children.
Oh no!
And you're like, oh no, yeah. So
Dude.
no, you keep it together. You don't.
Let me tell you a little story about me and the pool I was at. So
I think I've heard this story. It's a good one.
You've heard this story. So there's these teenagers, and they kept getting in my way of my 2 daughters who are trying to learn how to swim. Right, we're trying to get them to pass their swimming test so they can officially swim at the pool. And these teenagers kept getting in the way, and I looked at them and said, "Hey, excuse me, do you mind not blocking my children so they can practice their swimming?" And they gave me the dirtiest, like, hope you die look you ever seen. And I literally went, or I could drown you.
Or I could drown you.
And they looked at me like they went from total disgust to, oh my God. They got out of the pool, got their things, and left. It was perfect. I was very pleased with myself.
Like, good, they're gone.
It's like, yes, and now my children can, finish up. And then they passed their swimming test. Yay! Without the teenagers being jerks.
No, that's not the Iowan way, man.
Oh well, I'm proud of it all the same. Stand up for my little girls. Oh my wife was there one time when I was telling off some teenage boys at that same pool. Well, I was like, you can't just yell at those boys, they're kids.
Odin von Bismarck. Bisbark.
Bisbark.
All right.
Oh, you're challenging us. What's up?
Proud of the 515.
The 515?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's our area code.
Yeah, no, I got it. It took me a second. Odin von Bismarck. Oh, he's like, I love that ship despite.
Bisbark.
I'm going Bismarck.
Bisbark. There's a B.
I'm going Mark, and
Bisbarck.
I don't care. I'm reading it the way I want.
Like a dog.
No, it's cool. I love it. Some Brandon pillow rolling. It's a pillow. But yeah, I will start fights with teenagers at a pool. That's a punk rock in me.
No, we just leave. Then leave a scathing review on Yelp.
Dude, I remember growing up as a kid, and my neighbor spanked me because I was being a prick. And, didn't like it at the time, but now I look back, I'm like, yeah, I kind of deserve it. But that was a different era when people could whip their neighbors, neighbors will whip your butt. Not so much anymore. Oh, we'll have to do that yellow again. This yellow is pretty thin. We'll definitely maybe run it one more time, and we'll be good. Yeah. But we're getting there. I just got to do blue next. I found no, this is McCrag blue. I mean, this stuff is so holy.
It's really dark.
I love this blue on the airbrush quality.
Mm.
I like it because it makes it easy to add the highlights to it and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Travis, he doesn't have any more left because he keeps drinking it. Because he keeps marching for McCrag while drinking
You are
it.
what you eat. And I'm an ultramarine.
He's like, oh, we're getting run out of models.
Sucking down ultramarine blue.
Well, I bet you are. That might not be the exact sound you're making. He's like, oh, Gullivan, I like you so much. I like giving him a hard time on all the armies they play, except for Mechanicus. I don't really have an issue with them. I don't know. I mean, they've beaten me, and I don't mind. But they do it methodically and logically.
You don't really have a problem with my demons.
Oh, that's because I've beaten demons pretty regularly, but not specifically yours, but I've
Yeah.
beaten demons in general.
Yeah.
So I don't feel so bad about them. Like, Harlequins are definitely very good into demons, and then so are orcs. Orcs do pretty well into them, so at least that makes you feel all right. Grey Knights, I don't even think Grey Knights are still good into them. Only like one character.
Well, yeah. Now they actually have the rule that lets them ignore demon saves. So,
Yeah, exactly. And
like,
then, now
that took a while.
Yeah, I mean that guy. Khal Drago is gonna rack up some demon heads.
My water.
That is your water. It was from last time, so it might be a little dusty. But
a little bit. That's right. I'll survive.
Well, I mean, the nice thing is there's more water there if you want fresh. Yeah.
I need to bring my drill.
That's why I brought it here.
Forget that
Because I actually was using it for home projects for a little while.
It's a nice drill, right?
It really is a good drill.
Yeah, I need to put the air conditioner back up in my kids' room.
Oh yes, they're gonna appreciate that when this hot months come along here.
Yeah.
Let's see what people are saying. We got did you undercoat the yellow and pink? Oh God, is that what I should have done? No, I didn't.
It's true. Yeah, if you do pink first,
yes,
and then do the yellow, it helps with how many coats you have to do. Basically, it works really well.
Usually, what I end up doing is I do 2 coats of yellow, and then I just I like having like dark highlights on it. I'll hit it with a null oil, which is not what you probably would expect, but
for a yellow,
because then I just like how it fills in like darkness in there. I don't know. I just did it once and I liked it, and so now I do it on at least the orange and the
black and yellow.
Yeah, because I mean I did it here too. If you can, we get the camera right. I did it on this hair too. This is my model, for example. If you want to think of this model needs a little touch up on its yellow.
I'm thinking about it. I want to try something.
He's gonna try something, people.
Oh, I want to try to do a poll.
Oh boy.
In the chat.
Oh, polling in the chat. Yeah.
Try to do it.
He's trying something new. There we go. A little touch up on the yellow hair there. But do pink underneath it. Okay, that's something I got to remember for future. Most of my Harlequins have orange hair, but I've been intermixing yellow with it. Uh-oh. If he breaks the stream, please forgive him. He's breaking the stream. Breaking the stream. I bought a stock in ultramarine blue. Nice. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Good to know. Now, if I haven't showed this off, this is my favorite stuff for cleaning brushes. This comes from Monument. It's amazing, and it's got a unicorn on it. It's the most masculine thing you could clean your brushes with, and I'm a big fan. He tried it. This is what you do in your free time, not in the middle of the stream there.
I mean,
more
I literally have to do this.
That's true.
Like, I cannot test this.
Oh, I got you. Can't test it unless we're live, people.
Yep.
But I'm alive every day. Yeah, I got you. That's cool. Well, that's just how we work. But let's see. Brandon, how have you gotten any painting done on your lizard men, or have you not done much on it? Yes or no? Okay, let's move those guys over. Let's get a little, just thin down on my nail a little bit, and let's go here. Yeah, I'm not the most knowledgeable painter. I don't know all the shortcuts, but I know what I like. I've been painting now for 2 years actively, even though I've been painting longer than that. My original paintings were terrible. Horrible. I'm glad that I'm painting better than that now. But those old paints were a lot harder to work with too. We've got it so easy now as a painter with the kind of paints we have available and everything. It's pretty amazing. That stuff works well. Oh, let's see. I bought stock ultimately. But I'm a big fan of getting my paints. Like, so if I'm going to buy GW paints, I buy them over at JCD. So don't forget that. They've got fantastic paints, always 15% off or more if you they still have some of the old out of stock stuff or discontinued stuff, and you should definitely go get those. I've bought as much as I possibly can, that's for sure. Always nice to have a color you might not know you need until later. But let's see, get these blue booties on here. Trying to do red and blue for my Harlequins. No lizards yet, just dirty spacemen. Yeah, space marines are dirty, and they're spacemen too. I'm almost done with my my orc boys, but I took a little break this just to get more of my Jakari up and running, and then I bought 3 bottles of resin so that I can print off a bunch of accessories for our upcoming Horus Heresy. So when I get back from England, we're gonna start doing twice a month Horus Heresy on Sundays, and that's gonna be really cool. We've got myself and we've got maybe Brandon Pillow here might be helping out on that, and we're gonna have some Heresy fun for sure coming real soon. I've got so much, so much to do. I'm in so much hobby backlog. It's not even funny, but it keeps me busy, which is good for me for sure. Okay, let's. That's over there. That's over there. We gotta get in here. There we go. Well, he's trying, people.
Trying.
Trying. We give. I see people doing it, on other channels. I guess we could, try it out. Okay, so we got that. We got that. The blue looking pretty good. Pretty good. I'll have to go through with black and everything's touched up. Oh, I almost forgot the collar. So what are you working on tonight, Mr. Mike? Anything fun? I don't think I saw you saying you're painting anything at the moment. Or are you just at work and sitting in your office? That's a good question. They'll be here, I believe. I think what I did is I have them arriving right when I get back from England. So should be in a couple weeks is the plan. I just gave them the okay to start making the shirts today, and then they're going to ask for the money once the shirts are done. As from my understanding, so shirts are all just beginning and should be available when I get back from England. What the plan is, if that's all right. Getting this all done. I feel like I'm painting more than talking these days, but I'm supposed to be getting my first 500-point game in with my wife here soon. She wants to learn the basics of the game so she can be a better producer. That's nice. Anybody else's wives playing besides Calvin's? Let's see. Do 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 do. Huh. Can't wait to see this first poll be successful. That wasn't me trying to rush you, just saying. Trying to be positive. You should have watched the how-to video. Oh, I see. So you are. He's like, it's not working. Are we going to put names on the? No, I mean, unless you got a way to add names afterwards. I mean, we can do stencil airbrush names on. But no, I didn't. I was trying to keep the price reasonable. $20 a shirt. The more we added, the price was just bounding upwards very quickly. I was trying to keep it not $30 a shirt. I know that for the plan, I know like we're talking about maybe making some bowling jerseys one day, but outside of that, that's not anytime soon. But it'll be pretty fun at least. Yeah. I have. Okay. Ooh, what just happened? Okay. It's fine. I've gotten the other half to play one. Huh. Let's see. So we got almost all this. Keep saying problem with the server. Are you sure? What have you done, sir? I don't know. There's something weird going with the chat, but just for teams, yeah. No worries. Get in here. On my phone it was saying server issue, but it was only showing the chat going down. It wasn't showing any other issue. I don't know what that was about. So looks like things are better now. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe not okay. Break it right now. Yeah, I didn't break it. Don't break it. Apparently, I typed it in. Oh, so it's just not working at the moment.
Yeah, night.
Oh.
Finally.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yay.
Work tonight.
Yeah.
There's that.
Funny.
All right, I'm back.
He's
Done messing around.
He was hobbying in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah.
My personal hobby.
Personal hobby. Okay. Brandon Pillow, by the way, Army Painter Speed Paint Plasmic Bolt is close to acidic blue, but a little more saturated. But you could thin it, contrast medium, get closer to the same color. Ah, just full of information. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Is a useful resource outside of just getting models, for sure.
Mike, can you get me any soul grinders yet?
Oh, soul grinders. I'm surprised you're not trying to print any.
Haven't found a good model.
Oh, that is the challenge.
Yeah.
Guess that means you'll have to
many
make
that are
it.
really good out there. Yeah.
Guess you're gonna have to make it.
So they're so hard. Like I could maybe do the legs.
You're like, it takes some real modeling talent.
Did I decide on Marines or AdMech for Casey? Currently, my options are probably going AdMech.
Yep.
Yeah. The Marines would require a bit more of an investment to get into. If
he wants to do it legal, like.
Yeah. If I want to avoid
GW's right.
If GW gets off their keysters and releases the
it's only gonna be for a second. It was
don't do that.
But it's only long enough.
Don't
talk dirty to me.
You like those brushes. You want them to be nice. If GW gets off their keysters and actually releases the Worldeaters combat patrol,
okay,
then maybe I'll get Worldeaters put together.
Yeah, I mean that would be nice.
You ordered 3 of them for Matt. Okay, you could get me some as well.
There you go.
I wasn't expecting you to say yes.
Well, he's always going to say yes.
I asked him before, he said no, because they were out of stock.
Oh, and now they're in stock. Oh,
now they're in stock.
I see.
Can I still get 15% on them, Mike?
Can I have them for free? Can I borrow yours? That's the real question. Can I borrow yours? He's like, no.
If I can still get the 15% on them, then yeah, I'll 2.
Oh, grinders.
Dos
Machina.
Yeah. Demon heavy support.
Yeah.
Things. One of the few things in the demon army that shoots okay.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. You give them the mark of Nurgle there, toughness 9.
Ooh.
Yeah. You give them the mark of Corn, they get 2 extra attacks. If you give them the mark of Slanesh, they get 4 extra inches of movement.
Oof.
So they move like 12 inches, which is insane.
That's pretty good.
And then if you give them the mark of Zinch, they get a 4-up demon save against.
Oh, I like it.
Which is weird, but yeah, they already have a 4-up against. It's a web item. All right, no 15%. Okay.
No bueno, my fine sir, but thank you. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll think about it and get back to you, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. Let's see. Keep on painting. Oh. Trying to think. Any big hobby projects in your future there, Travis? Or what do you or is it just painting things while you wait for Worldeaters?
I mean, eventually I'm gonna work on
Oh
the big
yes.
icon for the back here, the Improbable Wargaming
I think we should. Well, yeah, I think we
thing
definitely
here.
need to get that done. I know Mr. Mike is working on getting us a special gift for our wall as well, which I'm excited
Mhm.
about. So yeah, we got a little work to
Yeah,
do.
that'll be cool. So yeah, working on those. Yeah, World Eaters, working on World Eaters. Other hobby stuff. I worked on some corn demons a
Oh,
little bit
nice,
this week too. Yeah,
cool.
just trying to finish up some corn dogs,
There you go.
some more blood letters. Sorry, yeah, no, yeah, blood letters.
Letters.
Yes, so I can potentially bring a full corn demon army to stream, which would be fun instead of
Yeah,
like a mix or whatever.
it sounds good to me. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, the drip feed of the news is rough.
Oh
Yeah, I want to
yeah.
know more about 10th. I want to know more about 10th now. Yeah, I feel you.
Well, the nice thing is the team event, we'll get to try out the new rules.
That's true.
So, if you're so inclined, our team is full, but they have individual event going on as well. So you're welcome to tag along at least and meet up there, and we can all say hi and then look around the new rules together.
It's true. If you get there, we'll hang out.
Yes, we'll say hi and all that stuff.
We'll all go out to eat together.
Yeah, you're welcome to buy me as much barbecue as you can handle. Let's go. Some of the best barbecue I ever had definitely was from the KC area.
And the best Austrian food I've ever had.
Oh, that's what I'm really excited about. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
The beers alone are to die for.
Grunauer is a fantastic restaurant.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I
Seriously, like I'm excited to go back to KC for this event to play in the team event.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
way excited to go back to that restaurant. It was so delicious.
Dude, that streusel. I want to get the stuffed streusel this next time.
I mean, to be fair, it was also like 8 or 8:30 at night, and we hadn't eaten since like
We were
11.
super hungry.
So there was a little bit of that going on, but also it was just like super delicious.
But I guarantee when we go eat there again, it'll be the same thing. We won't
Mhm.
have eaten all day, and we'll be super grateful
That is also
to be
true.
having it. So,
That is also
no
true.
matter what, super super excited. Um, Casey's downtown scene is pretty nice, actually. I was impressed with
Yeah.
it all around. So, super super. So I did that. It's funny when a lot of these models I built, all at the same time, and so you can tell I wasn't paying attention to the numbers because like this one leg has a boot and the other leg does not. It's like, oops. But the Harlequins, they're weird. I like it. Okay, let's go. So, Mr. Mike, do you got any advice on doing Harlequin diamonds on these models? Got any shortcuts? Do 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 do. What about you, Mr. Pell? You got any advice on that particular area?
Get some stencils.
Yeah, I have stencils.
Yeah.
I definitely do. But I'm trying to save them because they're very fragile, and I have 9 more bikes that I need to airbrush the stencils on, and 3 boats. Because I literally I have 9 Star Weavers, 6 Void Weavers, and I have 18 Harlequin bikes, and I have, including not built Harlequins, like 60 some odd Harlequins. I have like a lot of options when it comes to that. So, when you have that kind of stuff to deal with, you don't want to waste the stencils when they're not cheap. Even though I believe Mr. Hello has a stencil machine.
He's got himself a cricket.
Yeah.
Which is great. I've been waiting for a friend to have a cricket.
Yeah, he's not the kind of friend that's gonna give it to us for free.
I didn't want to buy a cricket,
Yeah.
but I've been waiting for a friend who has a cricket.
There you go. That's the way.
Yeah.
The way. But yeah. Oh man. Yeah, get these little things glued up. I did not mean to do that. I'll have to clean that up. Oopsie. When you're a little reckless with your brush, bad things happen. At least nothing you can't clean up. Oh man. See, I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work this weekend. It's gonna be busy, busy. Hopefully, everyone is not too crazy about calling in on the weekend at least. Some weekends get crazy and some do not.
Mike's excited for the new Tyranid models. Yes, the weirdly named Tyranid model.
Oh yes, yeah. What were they called? Leapers? What was it?
Yeah, but it's like someone's name, like
Oh.
something Leaper. Like someone discovered it and named it after themselves, which is weird.
It's a Mechanicus thing. They're like, that's my discovery. And they're like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Dogs are barking.
Dogs are barking. Wonder what they heard. Like a deer running around the backyard, and they're like, ah, get it. Get the deer. Deer's my friend. Okay. I think I got all the blue I want on that done. Next. Keep chug-a-lugging until it's all done. What did I do with this guy? Did I get any blue on him?
Lugging.
He got a little blue on him. I'll touch up his. You can tell when I've sometimes when you use those stains and stuff, they'll darken up the blue too much, just to my liking. So go in and there we go. A little bit more love. A totally new unit. Yes, it's totally new unit. So that's for the NID players. You're going to be getting I think several units are coming back. Several units are going to be new.
Well, so we saw the Screamer Killer.
Yep.
In the
that's an old model.
The thing, which is an older model, so like a new version of an old model coming back, right?
Yep.
The new Leaper thing.
Yep.
That's new.
Yep.
That was announced today. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And then we know that there's going to be some sort of new Swarm Lord.
Yep.
Like an Ultra Swarm Lord or something, like something bigger or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm kind of curious what that is all going to entail. Are you going to get the new box set when it comes out for 10th edition? Or are you not? That's the question. For me, there's nothing in there I need, but unless I suddenly decided that I need
I don't know what's in it.
NIDs. Well, it's going to be all the new NID models, from my understanding.
Yeah.
And the new Ultra, like you're going to get Terminators and all that, from my understanding. That's what everyone's expecting, at least.
Yeah.
Because they're literally...
Oh, the new Primaris Terminators.
Yeah, you get the new Primaris Terminator. You need to get the new Lieutenant. You're going to get the new, the Flamer / whatever it is. You know what I mean?
That's on the Lieutenant.
Yeah, and all that. So you're going to get new stuff for your Ultramarine.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's a big decision.
I don't know. Maybe if I can go like half and half with someone who's interested in NIDs.
Yeah, for sure. Because the NIDs got to go, right?
Yeah.
Talk to Golda.
Well, there's plenty of people play NIDs.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, but I don't. He's trying to get them all, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, either way, whatever works. Ooh, I missed the spot. Missed the spot.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, obviously
the new Lieutenant model looks awesome. I'm actually really excited for him. He looks really cool.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of the cool thing. If my faction's too small to ever get a box that it's going to be in. If they ever have a Harlequin box of any sort.
The launch of 20th edition. It's Space Marines and Harlequins.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what?
Weird.
I've never even heard of those guys.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. It'll be something like that, and I'll just be like,
Harlequins are getting 12 new models.
That would
what
be
is
insane.
Happening?
Yeah, that would be insane.
And they all suck.
Oh, that sounds more like it.
You're still only going to bring troops and Star Weavers.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice if in 10th edition we got like one new unit for each type. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe not a new HQ, but at least give us a new troop type, a new fast attack, and a new heavy.
I mean, the whole army's fast attack.
It really is. But it would be nice to have some variety. But either way,
I think I would just like to see the data sheets for Harlequins updated a little bit so that you are more incentivized to bring other things. Because you're like, okay, so
yeah,
like we started down this conversation at one point.
Sure.
And I think we deviated off of it.
Probably.
I could remember everything because that's just what we do, right? We
Yeah.
deviate. But it's like, okay, so currently
Okay.
your competitive strategy for Harlequins, like your
Yes.
competitive lists are kind of the same. Like it's a lot of troops, a lot of Star Weavers.
Yep.
It's a Death Jester, it's a Solitaire, it's a Troop Master.
Sure.
That's your list,
Basically.
right? And you're not taking Void Weavers,
Yeah.
really, anymore.
They need to come down.
You're not taking bikes too much anymore.
They need to give them a -1 to be hit, and then I take them.
Right. So you're just not taking those things.
Yep.
Now, what if 10th edition comes around, right?
Yeah.
10th edition comes around. We're looking at potentially a limit of 6 troops.
Yeah.
Right. So now you can't take all troops, right?
True.
Because you can only take 6 of them.
True.
And so now you're kind of forced to take other stuff.
True.
And hopefully that other stuff
Is good.
is better. Yeah, in 10th edition.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or at least as good into other things. Like with what we've seen from the new keywords that have been released, right? Of like anti-blank, critical hits, stuff like that, right? If some of those other units got that stuff, if Void Weavers got anti-vehicle /
sure,
right? Where it's like, oh, cool, like they're gonna wound from their stuff on like 2-ups.
Woo-wee.
Right?
Sounds good already.
Sounds pretty good, right? And you'd be like, okay, well now Void Weavers actually sound pretty good. And then now you're not as sad that you can only take 6 troops because you're like, well, I kind of only want to take 5.
Yeah.
Because I want to take other things, right?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I don't know, because you can take an attachment. And I guess this is the one thing I noticed, that I know a lot of people don't play 30K, so they don't get to see these connections. But, with something I thought was really interesting in 30K is they have these rights of war, and you're allowed to have a detachment that has its own special rules, right? And they mentioned that there was something like this when they were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like, for example, Blood Angels in 30K have this one rule, or one right of war, where, excuse me, they get +1 initiative, which we don't have initiative in this game, but they do. They get, so they, instead of fighting on 4s, right, like all Space Marines basically fight on 4s in 30K, except for characters and whatnot. But Blood Angels on charge get a +1 initiative, so they're on 5s. Then they get +1 to wound because they charged, which is amazing. They also they get deep strike special rules, where they get to ignore pin tests when they come in really close to enemy units, which is amazing. So it's kind of neat, right? And then they have another one that's called the Day of Sorrow, and it's more like foot troop based, right? Where the other one is focused more on jetpacks and fast movement and getting your enemy quickly. The other one is more of the defensive, right? So, and then of course they have army specific rights of war, and then they have generic ones that any loyalist will have the same generic ones, and then same thing for the traders. They have their unique ones and their generic ones. And so it makes you wonder if they're doing something like that, because it sounds like that. And then same thing with 30K is you have characters that can be embedded into units, and then that unit benefits from the leadership and special abilities. So it sounds a lot like 30K coming in to a lot of what we're seeing. And then like when they were talking about how you have stratagems that work in your opponent's phases of their gameplay, is a lot like 30K's reactions. Mm-hmm. They get a reaction in your movement phase, they get a reaction in your shooting phase, and they get a reaction in your charge phase. And then there's characters that can allow your army to have additional reaction. So I'm hoping if so it feels like some of those things are coming, right? The way they're describing them. So I'm really excited after getting my first 30K game in to see some of that stuff, because it makes it real. It can definitely make things real interesting.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited about. Just after playing 30K and then seeing those things kind of matching up with some things they hinted at. Sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Everything that I've seen from 10th edition, honestly, I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of things that have been. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
All right. There's been a couple of things that have been previewed or announced or whatever, right? That I feel like are really powerful.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really strong.
Sure.
And I'm a little worried about that. But that's also going off of my understanding of the rules as it pertains to 9th edition.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, if that was a rule in 9th edition, it would be super powerful, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Thinking about the Oath of Moment ability for all Space Marines. Right?
Yeah.
So the previewed rule for Oath of Moment for Space Marines is attached to a detachment, right? So
yes.
if you have this attachment, your whole army gets Oath of Moment. And what that essentially does is you point to one unit in your opponent's army,
yep,
and your entire army gets full rerolls to hit and wound against that unit.
It's not going to die, not at all.
And you get to pick a different unit every turn.
Yep.
Which is like
so good.
Yeah, so there's already an ability that's kind of like that. Specifically for Ultramarines, it's a relic called Seal of Oath.
Yes.
But it's restricted. You pick one unit at the beginning of the game. You don't get to pick another unit ever again. You just pick one unit at the beginning of the game. And then all core units within 6 inches of the guy that's carrying that relic get full hits and wounds rerolls against that one
restrictive,
unit. Right?
Yeah.
Far more restrictive. So now we're and it's a really good relic. Like, as an Ultramarine player, it's hard for me not to take that relic. Because it's really, really good, right?
Yep.
Where you can just point to one unit in your opponent's army and be like, my army around this guy is going to be real good at killing that unit. Be careful, you know?
Yeah.
It forces your opponent to play really differently with that unit of like, oh, well, I don't really want to expose myself to this. Or it forces your opponent to just be like, well, I guess they're going to die, right? And then you just pick up a unit.
The fact you can do it every turn.
But yeah, to give that army-wide every turn to every Space Marine faction is suddenly like,
whoa,
seems real good. It seems really good, especially with the things that things said of like most rerolls are going away.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? Like rerolls are going to be kind of few and far between sort of things. And so it's like, yeah, unless you're a Space Marine player, and then you get full rerolls against a unit every turn. You're like, that's
mighty fun.
That's real good. That's really, 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 really good.
It does seem so.
So I'm a little bit worried-ish about stuff like that. But again, it's based off of my understanding of the way the rules work for 9th edition. So maybe when 10th edition comes out, somehow that won't be as good.
Yeah.
As I think that it is.
We'll
I don't know how they're going to change the rules to make that not good, though. Seems really good.
It does sound really good. I know people are talking about it online and stuff too, like thinking how good that sounds.
Yep, and then the rules for the lieutenant going into the unit. Again, those rules are really good. Yeah, you give a unit. What was it? You give the unit critical hits. So 6 is a hit auto wound. Is what you give the unit.
That's so good.
And then you also give the unit fallback, shoot, and charge.
Oh, yeah, I know how good that is.
Yep. Real good.
It's real good.
Really, really good. And so you put that, like, and he can attach himself to any intercessor squad.
Oh, wow.
So regular intercessors, assault intercessors. Not heavy intercessors because they're Gravis armor, and you can't go into Gravis armor. But they kind of said that potentially there's going to be a lieutenant in Gravis armor that can go in there, and then at that point you can.
There you go.
And then
what'd you do?
No, it's just the stink bugs found love on the light over there.
It was like, yeah, well, we got that door open. It helps. They're all just.
Oh, there's a third one. Ha!
We got the light going.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can put him in any intercessor squad. You can also put him in a Blade Guard veteran squad.
Ooh, yeah.
Which could be real spicy, especially with the fallback, shoot, and charge on a Blade Guard veteran squad. Woo, pretty good. And then what else can he put? Hellblaster squad. You can go in Hellblaster squad.
Okay.
which is the plasma.
Yeah. Well, it sounds really good.
Lower lethality in the game might be what makes those type of rules from getting out of hand. Yeah, but that's the thing, is full rerolls
It doesn't sound
is
less
lethality.
It is.
It is lethality. So like, especially if you combo that with what we've seen now of a lieutenant that gives 6s to hit auto wound.
Yeah.
You put 6s to hit auto wound, and again, going off of what I know about 9th edition, right? If they don't change the weapon profiles substantially, right? You give full rerolls to hit and 6s to hit auto wound to a unit of assault hellblasters that are shooting 3 strength 8 AP minus 3 or 4 2 damage shots. 6s to hit auto wound. I'm getting full hits to reroll, full wounds to reroll. What is that not killing?
I don't know, but it's killing stuff. Can I have that black over there?
Yes.
Thank you.
Like, even if you're shooting into something that's like toughness 12 or whatever, right? And it's like, and Hellblasters are probably getting like anti-armor or anti whatever, like whatever else that they're getting on their weapon profile.
Well, see, that's what's interesting with 30K is they have, like, for example, there's a unit called Angel's Tears, and they have a grenade launcher, and its special keyword is Fleshbane. What happens? So what happens is, whatever they shoot that's not a vehicle or monster, it's auto wounding on 2s. Like, not for the hit, but you know what I mean. Like, they always roll 2s on the wound.
Sure.
Which is like, oh my goodness, that's
pretty good.
That's pretty good. So it sounds like, you know what I mean, like those kind of mentality. So yeah, I know that they're raising the toughness on vehicles and monsters and things like that, and creating the idea.
They're supposedly gonna tell us more about what vehicles and monsters look like.
Yeah.
Here soon.
And it's gonna create an idea of, reduced lethality. But the reality is, they also said that there's going to be specialized units. And those specialized units who are designed to kill monsters and vehicles are going to do it real well. So I think it's going to be reduced lethality if you go into things that normally you wouldn't kill easily, right? But if the correct unit shoots into the correct model, then it's bad.
But and that's what I'm worried about with so like honestly, the bane of lethality in 9th edition, in my opinion, is auto wounding on a specific number for hits. Right?
Okay.
So auto wounding on 6s, whatever. We'll say that. And then rerolls. Those are the two things that amp up a unit in lethality. Right? If you can give a unit full rerolls, or full rerolls to hit, or full rerolls to wound, or whatever, right? Just rerolls out the wazoo for that, and then potentially on top of that, give it like 6s to hit auto wound. Or worse with Votan, right? Where it's 4s or 5s or whatever, right?
Sure.
What you're doing is you are bypassing the built-in protocols of the game to reduce lethality, right? You're supposed to have a set of gates that you have to make it through. You have to be able to hit, you have to be able to wound, you have to make it through your armor save. And then you get to do damage, right? Those are the things that you're supposed to get through. And sometimes things have reduced damage, right? So that's another barrier to killing a thing. Like, those are your different barriers for lethality. And then if you can fully bypass those things, or basically mitigate them, where you're like, oh, I usually hit on 3s, but I had to move with a heavy weapon, so I actually hit on 4s. But I get full rerolls to hit.
Yeah, it makes.
And you're like, oh, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, now that doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
And then on top of that, if you're like, oh, I get 6s to hit auto wound, right? And you're like, okay, so I'm gonna roll 20 dice and 6s to hit auto wound. Oh, and I get full reroll.
And we already see what that's like because we see that with the guard.
Yeah,
and the guard kills so well. And I mean, honestly, like, with the Harlequin, their answer to rerolls is you don't get them into them. And I mean, that's the only way they often when Harlequins first came out,
that stymies a lot of armies when you're like, oh, I don't get full rerolls, or I don't get rerolls at all, and you're like, nope.
Yeah, because Harlequins were. I wish they wouldn't have taken that part away. Like, before, our vehicles, you got no rerolls in, not hit, not wound, nothing.
Yeah.
Then they reduced it to just not hit. So, but with the fact that they turned us into a 5-up invulnerable save, which now we're like failing 2/3 of the time.
Yep.
I
Math
would
checks
much
out.
I would much prefer it if we then had you can't reroll nothing into us, because then it would make us more survivable. But if you do hit us, you know what I mean, we're probably gonna fail 2/3 of the time. There's another reason why I like to see our rerolls back. At least I feel like then it's balanced better. But I don't even know where they're getting their math from right now when they're saying Harlequins are at a 50% win rate, but then you go look at the one thing is there's only 4 of us playing. So if we are at 50%, then I'm happy about it. But the data that I've been looking at that counts for even RTTs, we're in like the 45% if we're lucky. So we'll see. But I'm going to try to do my best to keep my 60% win rate when I go to England. We'll see if I'm able to achieve that.
You know what you're doing.
With them, yeah. I've taken a bit of a break from playing in the sense that, I play on the stream regularly, but I haven't really played my Harlequins much in the last 2 weeks, mostly because I'm a man who I can burn myself out real easy. Like before LVO, I was like the month before I was doing like 3 games a week, on top of the stream. But I've definitely toned it down. But I know how my army works. I know how I want to play to win. So I should be all right. I'm not going to get caught off guard too badly. But
you kind of know your plan of action. Going into matchups. And stuff.
Yeah, I've changed up my secondaries. I'm gonna do my secondaries at this point are behind enemy lines, banners, and then I'm gonna take deadly performance. Those are my take all the time.
You went back to deadly performance.
Yeah, I dropped take our places because we're just too easy to kill now. Where before we would usually die with take our places, but every other turn a boat would live, and then you get basically take your places for free that next turn.
Yeah.
But now, no, boats are not surviving. That's just not happening. So, behind enemy lines, I'll be able to get consistently. And then, of course, deadly performance. They made it where it's easier to achieve it now because you kill 2 units in melee or kill 2 units in shooting.
Yeah.
Or
be in the deployment zone.
Be in their deployment zone with a core unit, which will have to be my troops. Or take an objective I didn't take before. So there's a lot of ways to achieve it, and I like that because you got the flexibility to achieve it in several ways. Versus I'm just gonna put this model out here to die,
Right.
And it's not gonna do, and I could use it for other things with my other strategy.
Yeah.
So that's my logic. We'll hope it pans out for sure. Let's see. Thankfully, force list diversity and target priority. Yeah. They're going to counter that with Harlequins getting full rerolls to armor saves. Well, we basically had that already, but
yeah, right, with all your luck dice.
Yeah, we were definitely broken when we had 3 luck dice automatically every battle round plus whatever we rolled. Because then even as Twilight, I was always going to be guaranteed 3. I was going to roll my 4 for my CP, my free CP, and then every like at least once in every game I'm going to get 7 luck dice.
Yeah.
It was, and then when you put that into a 4-up invulnerable save, we were extremely hard to kill.
Yeah.
But luck rerolls are great for other things too. Like I remember I needed to kill this one model and I fired 4 fusion pistols in and they all missed. I was like, luck reroll them all.
Yeah.
I was like, that has to die. Luck reroll's gone.
Yeah.
I was like, we can't just miss all of them.
With a normal army, you just would.
Yep.
But you get to CP reroll 1.
Well, sure, but the reality is also Harlequin players normally wouldn't do that. But I was in a situation where it was like, because normally luck dice are reserved for saving your butt, for armor saves, not for trying to hit something.
Rerolling a charge or something.
Yeah, well, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can do 1 dice.
One dice.
Yeah, you can't do both. But
still, there's some power to that.
There is definitely power to that, especially if one of the dice is a 6.
Or 5 or whatever, right?
Because if you roll like a 6 and a 1, then you okay, I want to reroll that 1.
Right.
There's a good chance I will roll higher. For sure.
Yeah, as opposed to rerolling both and just being like, yeah, okay, well, I rolled 2 1s now.
Yeah. What made Harlequins really dangerous is the Harlequins went second, because then they saved their luck rerolls through your turn. If they still had them, then they dumped them into you for offensive purposes.
Yeah.
And then that was going against us turn second was rougher. But now it's not as much. Now I still want to go second. I would preferably like my opponent, especially with Deadly Performance. I want my opponent to go first because I need him to give me easy targets so that I can score it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's what I need. Have a good night. Hey, good night. Oh, good night to Josh. Josh, good night, Josh.
Hi, Josh. Thanks for tuning in, bud.
Yeah, thank you. We got 5 minutes left. Hang out with us for a bit more. As we're getting close. I've got to do some black boots and stuff, but I don't feel like painting them right now. I'm taking a little break.
Got your black boots.
But I got to do gloves. I got to do some gloves, and I got some boots, and then I'm gonna wash all the models, and then basically it's done outside of touch-ups. These Harlequins are. I don't do anything crazy complicated on them, but I like keeping them simple, and I'll probably put some orange in their hair too, just because I do like, especially with the Mohawks. I think Mohawks deserve to be more than one color. I've never had good enough hair for Mohawk, but I always dreamed of one. That's Earthshade. That was funny. I remember going over to JCD and Hobby, and like when they were announcing that they were gonna be changing up the formulas on a lot of the stuff, and when they said changing the formulas, all they really meant is they're gonna do half the bottle size, and for a lot of them,
it doesn't dry quite as fast.
Yeah, well that too. And I went and bought like 4 bottles of Agrex Earthshade, 4 bottles.
That's what I'm using right now.
Yeah. And I just bought lots of that stuff, and it was just in case. And then of course I bought some of the new formula too to try out. It's not terrible, but definitely with Knoll oil, it's different. But my buddy, he's convinced me to try out. I'm going to do it once I get back from England, but I'm going to try out doing the oil washes with the unscented
mineral spirits.
Mineral spirits.
I've done oil washes.
I know you have. You mentioned it as well, but my buddy liked the Dakari boats that I painted, but he like immediately was like, those look even better with oil washes. Well, yeah, probably. But I still had fun with them. Like, I like the fact that I did, and what's that stuff called? The line you put it in, and it
panel liner.
Yeah, I used the panel liner. The only negative thing I have to say about panel liner is every time I've used it, it never stays in the lining. It always leaks out. But in this case,
you're putting too much in.
I just touch it, it goes.
You gotta do less.
I guess, but either way, here's the point I was going to get to is that what happened is I airbrushed my highlights in, and then when I used the panel liner, and then when it dried and it spread out, it created this cool little shading effect, and it looks like it's been sitting in the rain and just dirt and grime running down it.
Yeah.
So I like that.
That's the kind of effects you can get with oil washes.
Yeah, and I got to do it with this, and so I'm happy with the effect. If I was working on like something that was more like pure white and I want perfect lining, I need to be better about getting that correct.
Well, we came pretty far on these guys tonight.
Yeah, they're looking good. Looking real dark and grimy.
That's what I want them to
I feel like they need the Uruguay, like Sauron's handprint on their face, kind of thing, like the white hand of Sauron.
Yeah. I'm doing my Worldeaters different than how most people do them.
The white hand of Sauron will definitely be different.
I'm not really doing red on them. I do red on a little bit. They're like tabards or whatever they have for their like loincloth sort of things. I do red.
Yeah.
But for the most part, my scheme is silver and bronze.
Yeah.
For it.
Well, I mean, the easy part about the red is you just take some of that blood for the blood god and just be like, take the brush and be like,
that's true. Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of red in other places.
Exactly
on the models, but
it should be real good. It should be real good.
Yeah, I just I have a red army.
Yep.
I have AdMech. I've done red a lot. And I like Worldeaters. I think they're gonna be a lot of fun, but I wanted to kind of take a little bit of a different spin with them. And depending on how the rules change or whatever, I kind of want to also start collecting more just like regular Chaos Space Marines. And if I do a regular, just like a standard or a less standard color scheme with them, I can play them as whatever.
Yeah, could be true. Could be true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it's 9:59. We can start talking about wrapping things up here pretty soon. So if you guys are still here live, thank you very much. Again, when we finish, refresh the page, leave a comment down below. We'd love to have more comments on our videos. Give us a like, give us a sub if you're here.
We really appreciate it.
If you're here after the video. or after we're here live, try to catch us live. Hang out with us, have fun. But we're here on Wednesdays. We're here on Fridays. We're looking at expanding out and doing some extra stuff on various things during the week. Looking at doing some Blood Bowl, some boarding actions, doing dipping into a little bit of heresy, Horus Heresy.
Yep.
On various days. So definitely excited to see more stuff for the stream and build things out. We're happy to have you guys along here with us.
Yep.
Check out all the links down in the description down below. We've got Monument Hobbies, we've got 3D6 Wargaming, we have my personal Colts 3D page. So if you're interested in 3D printing and you want to 3D print some cool stuff, I've got some cool stuff that you can 3D print.
Yes.
And you could buy directly from me,
for sure.
Which would be cool. We also have our Patreon link and we have our Discord link. So if you're not in our Discord, you're not our Patreon.
Yep. Do it, please. Keep in mind we're doing monthly giveaways, and if you don't know how to do that, we've got a video up on it. But also, jump in our Discord, link your account. Those things will get you involved in our monthly giveaways. We got 2 models we're giving away this month. We've got our stretch goal for 600 subs that we're doing with our Titans Terrain we're doing. Yep. We've got all those kind of things going on. We're going to have more giveaways every month. We're partnering up more and more with JCD and Hobby, and we'll have more things coming from that to hopefully be able to share with you in the near future.
Yep.
And then just, as always, thank you for being here, and we'll see you on the next stream.
We love you guys. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. Be good. Where's my cursor? There
it's
it is.
Over there somewhere.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night.